9 ways to avoid a cold, including having sex a lot. It's that grim time of year. How many times have you had a cold this winter so far? January and February are the worst. It's dark, dreary, and you live in constant fear of going down with the dreaded lurgy. There's always someone you know who never gets a cold. Usually they haven't had a day off work for a decade or more. And what's more, they have absolutely no sympathy for you if you're suffering. How do they do it? You'll be surprised. Here are some key factors experts believe may well play a part in avoiding colds and flu. In our lifetime, we typically suffer from around 200 bouts of the common cold, each one lasting around 5 days. We also are struck down by the flu an average of 16 times. 1. Exercise. There's no two ways about it. One of the best ways to avoid getting a cold or flu is to keep your body in peak condition. Research suggests people who exercise regularly have a reduced chance of getting ill, possibly because it boosts their immune system. Inactivity can lead to obesity and a huge drop in white blood cell levels, the cells that help us fight off nasty bugs like the common cold. Feeling fit and being active cuts the risk of having a cold by almost 50%, a study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found. 2. Eating well. Whether or not you are susceptible to illness could be to do with whether your body is getting the right nutrients, experts say. Eating a healthy, varied diet can help to boost your immune system, therefore increasing your chance of fighting off viruses, evidence shows. So you don't need to go overboard. As long as your diet isn't seriously deficient in vitamins or nutrients, you don't stand a noticeably more significant chance of catching something, research suggests. Just make sure you stock up on fresh veg, fresh fruit, and other vitamin-rich foods, and you're giving yourself every chance of staying clear. Incidentally, according to a 2009 study in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition, green tea can increase regulatory T cells and ramp up your defense against the flu by more than 30%. 3. Avoiding stress. Experts believe a stressful lifestyle can contribute to a negative effect on your immune system. In large quantities over a period of time, cortisol, the stress hormone, suppress the effectiveness of the immune system, they say. If you get stressed easily, then you may also be more susceptible to illness, researchers claim. Read more. Are these Somerset's 2 best pubs? Estrella Dam Top 50 UK Gastropubs Awards UK says so. Over time, severe stress can wreak havoc on your immune system and leave you twice as likely to catch a cold, the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences reports. It can also have an indirect impact on your immune system. 4. Sex. Yes, sex. Evidence suggests that having sex can boost your immune system and therefore affect how often you fall ill. Research shows regular sex increases levels of immunoglobulin A, IgA, an immune system protein that defends against colds and flu, according to Ella Allred, a nutritionist at NutriCenter.com. The feel-good factor, stress reduction and better sleep you enjoy after Nooka may all play a part. A university study in Pennsylvania, U.S., found that students who had sex once or twice a week had higher levels of IgA in their bodies. However, the NHS does stress that more research is needed before we have conclusive proof that it bolsters your immune system. So maybe it's time to get researching. Good luck. 5. Sleep. A regular sleep pattern could help you to stay healthy. If you get less than 5.5 hours sleep a night, you may find yourself being struck down with illnesses more than other people. This is because your chance of catching a cold is a staggering 4.5 times greater than that of someone who sleeps for 7 hours a night, research in the medical journal, Sleep, found. 6. Getting outside as a child. There is evidence to suggest that the more bacteria and viruses a child comes into contact with, the more resilient their immune system will be as an adult. Scientists call this the hygiene hypothesis. So, if you were allowed to eat worms and play in the dirt as a child, then you could be in luck. Widespread use of disinfectant, antibacterial products, and the avoidance of dirt could stop children from developing healthy gut bacteria, research suggests. Letting youngsters out of the house to experience beneficial bacteria could be the key to boosting their immune system as adults, experts claim. 7. Keeping your hands clean. Washing your hands as often as possible could help you to stay well. Research suggests that, on average, we touch our faces 16 times each hour. This transfers bacteria from dirty surfaces to our mouths, eyes, and noses. Therefore, keeping your hands clean by washing them with running water and soap is the first line of defense against getting sick. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, in the US says on its website, keeping hands clean through improved hand hygiene is one of the most important steps we can take to avoid getting sick and spreading germs to others. Read more: 9 things you didn't know were illegal to do while driving. Many conditions are spread by not washing hands with soap and clean, running water. If clean, running water is not accessible, as is common in many parts of the world, use soap and available water. If soap and water are unavailable, use an alcohol-based hand wash that contains at least 60% or alcohol to clean hands. 8. Genetic luck. Sadly, there's no way to control a major factor that affects how you respond to viruses like the flu: your genes. Scientists are trying to crack the genetic code to see exactly what some of our bodies do right to ward off illness. But for now, an inherited high white blood cell level is the best defense. Professor of Immunology Daniel Davis, of the University of Manchester, told The Guardian, "Some of us inherit a set of immune system genes that are particularly good at dealing with one particular virus. It just be your bad luck." 9. Exposure to illness is a good thing. Constant exposure to various illnesses can increase your immunity, meaning certain professionals are less likely to fall ill, experts say. It is said that pediatricians are some of the healthiest people around, said Dr. Schaffner, a professor of medicine specializing in infectious disease. Why? They are exposed to all those snotty-nosed kids during their training. This could also explain why many mums rarely get sick. Some experts claim children who are exposed to colds and other illnesses in their early years will develop stronger immune systems.